Tits, 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 tits.
Tits of the house.
Welcome. Welcome. We have an episode for you today. We thought, what could we talk about? What do people want to know about marriage specifically?
Yeah, we thought, what do people sit around and wonder or Google?
What do people Google? People are Googling. There are questions out there, and you know what? We've got opinions. We've got answers. Betsy, take it away.
Okay, so we wanted to know what wives Googled the most. And here are some things that wives Google. How can I get my husband to fall in love with me again?
That one makes me sad.
It makes me sad too. It's
that one feels like, oh God. Have you ever Googled that?
No, but sometimes I go, does my husband love me? Because I'm such a gnarly bitch sometimes. I'm like, oh, does he still love me? Well, I know he wants to still hook up with me.
Right. He still wants to fuck you.
Yeah. He still wants
That's never in doubt.
That's never in doubt. But
even when I have those thoughts, I don't know that I've ever Googled something like that. That makes me feel so sad. Like that person is alone.
Well, I remember it was so weird when I was getting married. I did this, we were getting married in a Christian church, and we're not religious, but it was just an old church in Hawaii, and we wanted it because it was so cool. It was from like the 1800s.
You pretended to be Christian?
Yeah, you had to go through Christian counseling. And he's like, I know that you guys came here because of the religious thing, but I'm not going to get into religion with you. I want to get into real marriage. He used to be a marriage therapist.
What did he say to do when your husband falls out of love with you?
He basically said that through a marriage, people fall in and out of love with each other through the entire marriage. It is absolutely normal. In 5 years, you will wake up and look at the person you're married to and say, what have I done? I cannot look at this person for the rest of my life. But if you stick in it, in like a year or two, you will look at that person and be like, I don't know how I could have ever lived without this person.
That's actually really good advice. I think, we all have big emotions and freakouts, and I have a friend who multiple times has told me, she's changing her whole life and she's separating, and like every 10 years she does this and she sticks it out, and then it's all fine.
There's something so cool. Like, I know it sounds so stupid, but there's something so cool about being with that person that you started with. Like, it's like having that person on the side of you through the journey. Like, we go through really hard things in life, but having like that person that's gonna be there, even though they might be there like farting in their sleep, they might be there like not listening.
It's not always glamorous.
They might be there like a rock on the ground, not listening to a word.
Like a rock on the ground. Is that a Southern expression?
No, not
like
really.
A rock on the ground. Okay.
I don't know how else to describe sometimes.
We've lost it over here. It's been a day.
Sometimes a husband is just like talking to the grass. Like,
yeah.
I'm joking. But seriously though, I did think that was good marriage advice. And there are so many times in life where you're like, you just need breaks, and you just need to be like, or you want to kill that person. But at the end of the day, it's such a wonderful thing to find. So we're on the women still.
I feel like I want to respond to her and be super annoying, because I'd be like, how do you fall in love with yourself?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's actually a good point.
Because I think if you can figure out that you are lovable and you are worthy, that's going to fill you up and make you not have questions about if your husband's in love with you.
Yeah, that's true. But I do think those little annoying questions do come into play. I think there is just something like, I think everybody thinks, does he still love me? Is he still into me? But yeah, it's hard, and it is hard when you don't love yourself. Like, and I know that most people can't see sometimes a world without their husband, but there is. So if he's not, you should go find love somewhere else.
Yeah, we need more
You
details
deserve
about
it.
this woman's situation because
No, this is not a woman. This is most
it's many women.
This is
Yeah.
the number one Google thing.
I'm picturing just one woman alone and sad typing into Google. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the second thing that's highly Googled. How can I get my husband to be more affectionate? Fuck him. I don't know.
I would say like maybe be more affectionate yourself and then he'll follow.
Yeah.
Like you gotta make the first move.
Or like hit him up and ask him to cuddle when he's not annoyed. But my husband's like, no, I need my space. He cuddles with pillows and not me. And I'm like,
So is that the sound you make when you want to be cuddled?
yeah, that's the sound I
Make a pterodactyl sound. Let him know you want to cuddle.
make. I whine like a baby.
Whine like a baby.
I think a sexy baby. How come you don't cuddle me?
I thought you weren't allowed to be a sexy baby.
No, I'm not allowed to say. Fuck, you're right. I'm not allowed to say sexy baby. Sorry, I take it back.
Hillary can't say sexy baby.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm gonna be I love when you do that voice. You're a sexy baby, such a great character. Maybe
How
you
about
should
not a sex? I'm not a sexy baby. I'm a big girl.
Yeah.
No, I think that's all canceled. I'm canceled.
That's really funny. Okay, here's a good one. The next one. How do I get my husband to help me around the house?
Well. My friend gave me good advice on this where she's like, you act dumb. Act like you need help with something and pose it as like, gosh, I just don't know what to do. What do you think? And like make them think it's their idea to help you with something.
Okay, let's act out the scene. Who's the husband and who's the wife?
Well,
I'll be the husband.
I'm picturing this sad, lonely person Googling these things.
You be the wife, I'll be the husband. Show us how you would act dumb.
Gosh, these counters are so sticky. I clean them, but they get so sticky. I just don't know.
Wait, what? You have to clean counters?
Do you think I should use this sponge?
What's
Would
a
you-
sponge?
This is a sponge! No,
Ouch.
I don't.
I mean, the thing is about sponges. Where do you get sponges?
They're under the sink.
You're under the sink.
Oh,
Let me bend over and get one.
where would one find one? I mean, this is.
I don't know. Men are. I feel like they'll help and then they forget to help. So maybe like a fucking chore chart, like they're a child. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have not found the solution to this. My husband will clean when he wants to,
Yeah.
and then I'm sometimes baffled by he can like this morning I ran to the store and normally like whoever's left will clean up, but it's always me. Like, well, he will do it because I'm out. No, just shit everywhere. Peanut butter spoon on the sink from the kids, pancakes, like everything just sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't honestly. I am living with a caveman, so I do not know how to tell anyone to get their husband to help them. I could act dumb all day, but my husband really is dumb.
What if you said to him, I need you to do this?
What, like wipe the counters?
Here is a spray and a towel, clean this.
I don't even know if he could. No, he knows how to spray the spray bottle because one of his favorite thing is to spray indoor plants. He loves plants,
So he knows how
so
the
he
lever
does
works.
that. And he goes, "Oh God, you kill plants. You're a plant killer." I'm like, "Great, here's your spray bottle. You're on duty, or they die." Like, and then he'll do it. But as far as wiping counters, he's Hansel and Gretel. He's leaving a trail of breadcrumbs behind him. He's like a bird. I tease him all the time. I'm like, where are the crumbs coming from? Like, are they falling out of your head? I don't know where they're coming from.
You might have to pick your battles on that. Like, if he doesn't know that it's a problem,
I keep my sanity by just doing it. Does this make sense? It is easier for me to fix the problem than explain to someone. That's why I'd be a horrible mother. It's called an enabler. Okay? It's an enabler. My children would be like, what is a dishwasher? They would be the dumbest beings on the earth because I'd be like, just move.
No, they would break you and you would change. Have kids, snap, and then tell him what to do.
Okay, here's another one. Let's go to next. How do I get my husband to be more romantic? Actually, my husband is very romantic. I do not know. I don't even think he knows that he's romantic. He's the most romantic person I've ever met. And I'm like, you did this? Like, I'm always, and I don't even know how.
Do you think he just came that way?
I think he came that way.
Do you think he got it from movies?
You know, I do not know. And I wonder, like, people think that if, like, your husband's romantic with you, then it's like, oh, he's so in love with you. But I'm like, no, what if he finds someone else to be romantic?
Yeah, this is just his preset factory setting. It has nothing to do with you.
I think, let me tell you why I think my husband's romantic. I could be wrong. This would be why I think he's romantic. I am a little bit of a selfless person where I just give a lot and I want to compromise to make him happy. So like when we sold the house we built, it was a compromise. He could go do whatever he wants for the rest of his life and he will buy me these nice gifts and wrap them and put them out for me, or like they're really special things like glittery shoes, you know, the newest pair. And I think it's because I give so much to him by not caring so much about like material things or things that he wants to give those things to me. Does that make sense?
Lots to unpack there.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I think that you think that you going without makes him want to give. Do you think if you spent more money, he'd stop buying you gifts?
No, I spend too much money. I already told you.
Yeah, but you spend money not on material
things, stupid things like, hey, let's go eat. Woohoo!
I think everyone spends too much money on food. It is so expensive now.
I spend money on the stupidest. I don't know what I'm spending money on. I'm blindly spending money. Steve's like, okay, let's go through this account really quick. Where did the money? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I spend money on. Okay, anyway.
It just adds up.
It just all adds up. Yeah. I don't know.
But is that romantic, buying you gifts?
It depends on what they say. There's
there's love language,
my friend, right? I didn't know it.
So you're doing acts of service, like wiping up breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
And then he's buying you gifts.
Yeah.
But then also taking you on trips. Those are experiences.
Yeah.
And not cuddling.
Yeah.
Unless you make pterodactyl sounds.
He does not. He runs hot because he's a mountain biker, so he's always hot. It's hard for him to be near anyone. Because he runs hot, like a hot person. Okay. Like, and I'm a cold person all the time. Okay. So he's not a cuddler. I don't really know that I want anyone cuddling on me at this moment. I'm so aggravated. Plus I have a pile of dogs cuddling on me all the time. But, okay, so, I mean, your husband's very romantic too. He loves to
Mine? Absolutely not.
No, your husband loves to go to dinner with you. He loves you to take you out.
That has nothing to do with romance.
That's romancing. That's what people are looking for.
I think of romance, I think of like love letters and like...
No, that's from the 1800s.
Well, maybe in a past life I had love letters written to me and castles built for me and...
Yeah, but no, you did have, like, you do things together, but your husband really wants that designated date night. He wants that.
He likes spending time together.
Yeah. And going to things together.
I guess I don't think of that as romantic.
That's what romance is. Dinner dates.
Do we need to Google what is romance?
I think so.
I'm making fun of all these women. I'm like, Google, what is romance?
Yeah, you have a romantic husband. Like, I mean... They're not great. But they love taking us on a date night. Okay.
Okay. Okay. What was the question? I lost where
how
we were.
how I get him to be more romantic.
I think I would. Let's try to answer this.
Okay, for real. What would you do if you're? Let's say, okay, you say you don't think that's romantic. What if you never went on a date? You were always home, and your husband always was just eating dinner, watching TV.
I would say, hey, why don't we go out? I'd love to go out to dinner. Why don't you make plans for us on Saturday?
There's
night?
a good start.
So that it's like,
and what if he was like, I don't
me
want to
taking
leave
the
the house?
first divorce.
You know, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think counseling is a good thing because there's such a lack of communication and men do not listen. It's not their fault.
It's their fault.
They've learned to tune our voices out. It's just because we're aggravating and we complain a lot.
I think people get set in their ways, men and women. And I think the first step should be saying something like, "This is what I want," and then if they're resistant, I would try 3 times and then maybe counseling and then go from there.
I would do this. I would make the date plan myself. And I would say...
Oh, that's very alpha. But then you might feel like it didn't check the box that you wanted it to. Like, people need to get invested, I think, in a plan.
Well, I think, because what I'm starting to think is if someone's not romantic with you, maybe they're a little bit depressed. And maybe they're looking for a way to... Maybe they just like sit home because they're like, ugh. Maybe you need to bring some of the fun to the table too and stop waiting and depending on them. Because
that's a good point.
I do feel like I do make plans with Steve too because I do want him to feel like I care enough that I don't want to let this thing go. I want to still be fun, even though like life is depressing a lot of the times because we lose animals and things like that. Okay. So I think it's everyone's job and we all have to pitch in. I do think like you as a person, you're so good at lifting up people or having advice that like if there was something lacking in your marriage, you would try to bring it to the table yourself.
Yes.
I do think that.
Yes.
And I would too. And I think that other people that are sitting there waiting, stop waiting. No one is
take
coming.
action. I don't think it matters what you do. But you've got to express your needs and then try to do something about it. Whether it's plan a date night, ask him to plan a date night, see a therapist.
And here's the thing. How do I make my husband want me? That was one of them. Like, want me sexually is what I'm thinking. How do you make your husband want you sexually? How about this? How about say, babe, come here, push him on a bed, light a couple candles, rip his pants down, and do your thing? He will want you. You need to take initiative because obviously something's lacking.
Or not. Maybe that person's done with the marriage.
Maybe.
And maybe the signs have been super clear and that person's just not ready to accept it yet and they know the truth. And
maybe.
They just are trying to...
But maybe give it 1 or 2 or 3 last tries. Maybe try.
Yeah.
And if it's just dead, go find someone that does want you. You deserve that.
Yeah. Everyone deserves to be with someone that loves them.
Yeah, but I always say if my husband
I take
leaves
that back.
me,
Some people deserve to die alone.
me.
No,
if
not
my
you.
husband leaves me, I don't think I'm ever trying to train another man again. Like I am just gonna pee on my seat of my toilet. It's always gonna be down. If I invite men over as a friend, I'm gonna use that bathroom.
There are many kinds of love, and if you want to be with your animals, you just be with your animals.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop you.
So this is me signing an agreement that if my husband ever leaves me, I'm dying alone. And I have no kids.
I love that for you.
And I've heard that about 87 times this week. Every time I touch something, someone in LA goes, I love that for you.
So cute. On you.
Love that for you. And I'm always like, thank you. How do I get my husband to lose weight?
Okay, this is a tough one because the male ego is the most fragile thing on earth. So you have to make it seem like it is coming from a place not of judgment, but of health and care and concern. So I would do something like, hey babe, I was thinking that this morning we could go on a hike. Or, you know what we should do? I'd like to start walking more. And I don't know, have you heard about this new drug called Ozempic? I just thought maybe it'd be fun to shoot each other up and not eat.
I always say I think Hillary's just like my husband. My husband does this shit to me all the time. Hey babe, let's go for a hike this morning.
I thought it'd be so fun to do a marathon.
Babe, I wanted to take you on this really cool walk.
I know the escalator's right there, but let's take the stairs. And I know we were going to go to dinner, but how about we skip dinner and just go straight to the movie? No popcorn.
Yeah, that's not, the truth is, part of losing weight, that's a depression thing. Like it is. And I just want to be honest, I hate working out.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
But you're not overweight.
No, but because I don't eat everything I want to eat. Like I'm not sitting around eating, like first of all, I don't even eat meat. Like I don't know how I would gain weight. I eat, like I do eat French fries, but
Yeah, but we don't know how obese this person that she's talking about is.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that this is a person that's very overweight.
Yeah.
And she wants to help her husband lose weight.
And I think number one, what you're saying is great. Like do a team workout because that's how I work out. Steve's like, let's go for a hike, and I'm like,
yeah, they don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
Maybe like, hey, it'd be great. Like, what about I don't know their finances, but like, how about we get a trainer or a nutritionist, or we get on a meal plan? Like, I want to live for a long time, and I've been thinking it might be nice to eat healthier. Like, make it your idea and like invite them to join in.
Yeah. Yeah, like cook 3 healthy meals a week and maybe like 2 unhealthy, and then, whatever. Yeah.
I don't like cooking, no.
So a lot of people like to cook though. Like I don't either. I don't want to cook. Like I will, but it's always like Trader Joe's freezer food.
Yeah,
like
easy stuff.
We're good with that. But some women just love, that is like their like love language.
Healthy food doesn't taste good.
I disagree with that. Really?
I
love salad.
I think that whatever this person is eating tastes better than whatever healthy food is coming their way now.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Like burger and fries taste better. Okay, all right. Okay, how do I get my husband to talk to me? How do I get my husband to talk to me? What is he doing? Let me ask you ones that are Googling this, can you email in us and answer me?
Does that mean like open up or like literally talk?
I think
Can I be autistic for a second?
Yeah.
He's just not talking to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, how do I get my husband to stop talking to me? Because I need someone to stop asking me a million questions. What did you do? What happened here? What's this? What's that? What's for dinner?
What do you do to get him to stop talking to you?
That's my question. You want to know how to get your husband to... I'm going to say my husband. Let's do
be
right
hotter.
swap.
You should be hotter. And then, don't cancel me. Get your husband to talk to you. This one breaks my heart too. This is like, I feel like these women are not being treated well. I do not like these questions.
I don't know. I feel like, I'm telling you, if there's a point in your marriage where you feel like your husband doesn't want you, you need to go to therapy immediately, or you need to get out of this marriage. Yeah. Like, you do.
Yeah.
There has to be some point where you say, okay, no more.
Talking's the bare minimum. Not talking to you? Girl, get out.
Yeah,
leave.
Definitely.
Leave.
Yeah, so you're sitting there, well, enjoy the silence, because when you meet someone else and they start asking you...
Yeah, you deserve to be annoyed the fuck to death.
Yeah.
Like,
just like
really
us.
silly questions. Like, are you killing the plants? Or...
What'd you do today?
Yeah. Where are you going? Dressed like that.
Well, you did a load of laundry? Oh, I didn't even notice you cleaned the house. It's clean? This is clean?
What'd you do?
Well,
all
yeah.
day.
I picked up your crumbs. No. How do I get my husband to leave the house? Well, does he work?
Oof.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. This is the most Google
This makes
stuff.
me feel very lucky and blessed. I still don't know if my husband's romantic, but I do feel a little bit more grateful.
Most women are wondering how, no, not most, obviously, but a lot of women are wondering, how do I get my husband to stay home? He's out all night with his friends, or doing this or that, or running around, and this one's like, how do I get my husband to leave the house? How do I trap my husband in the house? I
You
can't.
make him a man play date. You're gonna go on a hike with so and so's husband. You guys are both people.
Or set up double dates.
Yeah.
Start setting up double dates. Like I mean, maybe they've tried that. You know, we don't know the whole Google story, but
don't know.
start setting, like you said, like, let's go out and ride go-karts. Like, let's do something fun. Like, I love that I'm bringing up go-karts, but
Have you ever been on a
I
go-kart?
love go-karts.
Oh, really?
Love racing go-karts on the tracks. I don't know
They
why.
have them. Is that what they have outside of Palm Springs? Are those go-karts?
I don't know if it's outside of
They're
Palm
like dune buggies.
Oh.
Is that different?
They have one place on the way towards like Long Beach. I think it's in Carson, and they have we should go ride go-karts one day.
Okay.
Oh, it's so fun. We should vlog it. Vlog.
You were just talking shit about vloggers. You're like, who watches this? I think you want to be a vlogger. That's what I think. I think Betsy wants to be a vlogger, and mark my words, you're gonna see videos of us doing dumb shit all day.
Like, email us, DM us. Do you want to see us ride go-karts? Like, really? Do you want to watch? Well, that might be.
Yeah, your kid's gonna be hanging out. The people have spoken.
The voices in our head.
Yeah.
How do I get my husband to stop drinking? AA.
Oof.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
You can lead a horse to water, but he's gonna drink if he's an alcoholic. I think this is one of those things
Watch
where
the show Intervention.
I don't know. I think that this is a tricky one, and my mom was an alcoholic. She never stopped drinking, and I think that it depends on the person, but they have to want to stop for themselves. So all you can do is kind of be there and not enable, let them know that you think that maybe they might be better not drinking, and then set boundaries for yourself. Like, I don't want to be around you when you're drinking. If you're going to drink, I'm going to go elsewhere. I don't like the way you behave when you drink. I don't like that it's affecting your health. I don't like what it's doing to you. All of that stuff. And then hope that they make the choice to.
That's just a tough one. You know what? I always thought you could get people to change as far as like drinking or like drugs. But then my friend who does drugs said to me, has a problem. What if this is the best it gets? Like, that's what I'm trying to say to you. This is amazing. What if it's the best it gets? And it's like, I don't know. I think pizza and nachos are the best it gets. I don't think I could give that up.
You need
forever.
to try heroin.
See? That's why I don't try
think
anything, because I used to smoke cigarettes, and like, that was so much fun.
But it's also really bad for you. You can die.
I mean, I did it when I was young. But yeah.
So anyway, they say it's fun, and then it's fun with problems, and then it's just problems. So I don't know what stage this person is at in their life, or anyway, also alcohol is the solution to the problem, and that's a whole other thing.
It's a whole other thing.
Maybe get them help with whatever the
I will
underlying
be honest
issue is.
with you, if my husband, I felt like he had a drinking problem, I literally would go to Al-Anon myself immediately to try to understand it so that I could help him.
I think that's a good, go to Al-Anon.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. And I do think that, like, trying to support someone through something is a great thing if you can and if you have that. Because, you know, even if you don't love the person anymore, it's someone that you did love. It's someone you shared a life with, probably kids. You want them to be the best version of themselves. Okay, how do I get my wife's? Let's see. Here we go.
These are the husband's questions on Google.
These are the husband's questions. How do I get my wife? How do I get my wife? How do I get my wife to love me again? That's easy. Go.
Easy?
How do I get my wife to love me again? Pick up a sponge and wipe a counter. Put the toilet seat down. Make the bed.
Yeah,
this
try
is
some
easy.
acts of service.
Come behind us and kiss us on the neck and tell us how gorgeous we are. Like,
I think that if you are the type of person asking this question, it's so far from where it's safe to go kiss them, right?
yeah.
Like, think about when you're mad at someone.
Yeah.
So maybe start with expressing how you feel and then letting her know you want to make an effort to do better, and then try and do better. Cleaning is a nice one. Planning things for her, taking things off of her plate, bringing her food. What woman doesn't like a little treat? A little, oh, I brought you this.
Yeah.
You don't have to cook. I picked it up for you.
Yeah. I will tell you, if you want your wife to fall in love with you again, the exact words to say, whether you fucking mean them or not, okay? Even if you don't mean them and you want your wife to love you again, here it goes.
I'm scared.
I've been an asshole. I haven't acknowledged anything that you do. Hold on. I want to take you to a nice dinner. You deserve to be romanced. She'll be eating out of the palm of her. If my husband said that to me, I'll be like, pull your pants down.
Yeah, I think admitting that you've made a
Yes.
mistake goes a long way to take accountability and then also actions towards being better.
Yeah. But I will say this in men's defense right now. There are women that fall out of love with their husbands and want nothing to do with them. They're done. They want to be done. And there's sometimes men will work harder to keep the marriage than women do. So
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women will shut down emotionally, but be there physically. And I think men can do the same thing, but maybe it's not as safe for women to leave.
Yeah, it's true.
They have more to lose, and sometimes their physical safety is threatened.
Yeah. Okay, here's the number 2 question. That's Googled.
I know it's going to be sex related.
How do I get my wife to swing? Swing your ass out of here. How about that?
How do you get your wife to swing?
Like-
You say, hey, do you want to swing? And she says no.
Listen, if my husband came into the house and goes, hey, do you want to swing? I would be like, swing out the door and never come back. I don't think he would even ask
But
me.
some people, and we have friends,
I know.
that do this. Some people are interested in that. So I don't know. I think you've got to fucking man up and ask her directly, is this something you'd ever want to do? And know that it might not go the way you want it to.
Yeah, it might not go the way you want. I don't know that I'm just this person that might have to get a divorce after something like that. I don't know. Is that crazy? I can't have a conversation like that.
After the conversation.
Yeah,
even?
yeah.
You think if your husband came to you and said, do you want to swing?
Yeah, I think I'd have to
That you
get a
would never
divorce.
be able to get it out of your head?
Yeah. Is that crazy?
Well, that's the kind of marriage you have. No, it's not crazy.
I just don't think, like, if I wanted to be with someone else or other people, that I would leave my husband, because I don't think that would be fair to him.
So I think you have to take into account, like, asking this question, is it worth
Your marriage.
Is it so important to you that it could blow up your whole marriage?
Yeah, and I feel like I feel like it depends on what type of marriage you're into. Like it kind of just does. Some people really fall out of love and they don't want to leave. Like you said this to me. People fall out of love and they don't want to leave the person, so they open up the marriage.
That's one type of open marriage. I
Yeah.
think there's other people who just don't even believe in monogamy in the first place.
Yeah.
But they like a partnership, or
Yeah, they like a partnership, I guess.
we're going to have a separate episode about this.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really fun. And then I'm gonna get all evil and start investigating my husband for months because I'm like, what?
No, I think
You shouldn't. Nobody should put these things in my head. I should not be.
that's you're in a traditional marriage where
Today.
he wouldn't dare ask that
Today.
today. Yeah, and then people change. I don't know.
Okay, how do I get my wife to lose weight? Good luck, because you cannot say anything.
Yeah, women are allowed to suggest hikes and walks and new food. Men, you shut your mouth. You shut your stupid mouth.
When my husband tells me you're not getting 3 fried plates of food, shut up before you go to jail. No, my husband suggests that we go for a hike all the time. And it's like, we're going to the gym today. He makes me work out. And you know what? I'm not mad because he's a health conscious freak. He's a very healthy person. It's a healthy lifestyle. If you have a hang up about that, and I'm sorry, I ignore it. If I don't feel like working out, I just F off. Like, goodbye.
But aren't some people
like,
just genetically bigger, or as you get older, some people hold on to weight more. There's a hormonal aspect.
Yeah.
I would say bring home healthy food. Make something healthy.
Yeah.
Ask her to go on a walk with you. Kind of the same advice that we did for the reverse.
I think so too, but you got to be careful because women get really mad.
Yeah, you just have to be really...
Yes.
Don't piss her off.
Okay, here's a good one, and I wonder if my husband Googled this. Oh my God, I wonder, might be my husband Googling this over and over. How do I get my wife to shave? Because I have a 1 minute shadow. Like I shave and then it's like a shadow. Remember I bought all those laser hair removal packages I still haven't used. They're like 3 years old.
This one is this like a kink thing that he wants her to shave her vagina, or is this like shave her legs? Like, I would say this is none of your business.
Well, it is your business because your face
If it's like
count.
a turn on thing, I think maybe you tell her that, hey,
oh, I like this.
I was thinking, yeah.
But what I'm saying is maybe they don't. Well, I shave my legs all the time and I bikini wax. But like, I like to do that too for me. But like, sometimes I just can't. And I really don't like when I can't. But I think it's important because I think what happens is you get so caught up, you forget to get your nails done.
Never.
No, you never do.
But that's because that's how I like it, not because I'm doing it for my husband.
But I have heard men say to me before I ever got married and I was just a cocktail waitress, men have said to me this: if you ever get married, never not get your nails done, never not get your hair done. Keep yourself up. Men love it and you love it. You should never let yourself go just because you met someone.
But what if you had the preference of, I don't know what this person has, a full bush, and your husband wants you to shave? Like, we don't know what he's asking specifically.
Yeah, we don't know.
I think you need to do what's best for you and your preferences as a woman. And if he wants something, he needs to ask for it, and then you have to decide.
Have you ever met
to give it?
Have you ever met a guy that's like, I love a full bush, like just put a bush in my face?
I've heard that. Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never. I've never heard a guy be like, let that bush grow.
I don't know. Men say all kinds of weird shit. Yeah.
No, there probably is. I'm just wondering, have you heard?
Not
really?
like personally.
Yeah. I've never either, but I've never met anyone. But some people have a foot fetish.
It sounds familiar.
Some people pay to see feet. Like, they love feet. They have a foot fetish. So maybe they have a bush fetish.
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
Maybe.
Let us know if you like a full bush.
How do I get my wife to trust me again? Never. You're not. That's done. I'll answer that. No, you can't. What did you do? What did you do?
Google,
put in the Google what you did.
Yeah, tell us what you did first, and then you're going to have to take steps to earn that trust back, if that's even possible. Go to counseling.
How do I get my wife to love me? Love me, love me.
Be lovable. Do
Say
things that make her love you.
Yeah.
Think of her. Ask how she's feeling. Make her life easier.
Yeah.
Make her life better. Be there for her. Do things for her. Spend time with her. Touch her with your hand in a non-sexual way. Guys, did you know you could do that?
Do you know you can kiss someone without having to fuck them? Like, I don't think men know that. When men come to touch you, it's only for one reason. They want to get in your pants. Like, men never just go, oh, let me kiss you all over, and then I'm going to walk away. No, they're like, let me kiss you. And
they don't know the art of seduction.
Yeah.
The walking away is what makes people want you more.
Come make out with me and turn around and be like, we're going to dinner, darling. I just wanted to kiss you a little bit. It's like,
that's
no.
romantic.
Yeah. See? Okay, we're giving you some good advice, guys. How do I get, this is the last one. How do I get my wife to shut up? I swear I'm not making this up.
You murdered her. You cut her head off and you put her body in a bathtub and then you pour lye.
How do I get my wife to shut up?
Really, Google? That's what you're going to Google?
How do I get my wife to shut up?
Stop doing things to piss her off.
How do I get my wife to shut up? I don't know. Maybe stop doing things that she can complain about. Put the
Maybe
toilet
listen.
down.
Maybe if you listen, she wouldn't have to repeat herself over and over and over again.
Yeah. That's crazy. How do I get my wife to shut up? How do you get a second house to move out? Gosh, that's a crazy Google. That is one of them. How do I get my wife to shut up?
How do I get my wife to shut up? Well, we never stop talking over here, but we do have to go. We've been Tits the House.
We're out.
Tits out.